now instead of just like doing a flare, you know?
What do you think about wrestlers that just keep hammering negative stuff like a Bret Hart? Like Bret Hart recently is now bringing up again that Vince and Shawn Michaels were lovers. As my cat once again tries to dive bomb me. Um, any thoughts on Bret is constantly either he's trashing Goldberg or he's after Vince again or he's trashing Shawn or at what point do you think the internet feeds into a little too much to these people, and why do some people just like buy into everything somebody like Bret Hart says? Is it because he's a wrestler and John Cena isn't, and Hulk Hogan wasn't? Bret's a real wrestler. What is it with Bret Hart that people are so magnetized to his crazy opinions?
I heard those rumors too,
Really?
not from Bret Hart.
Okay.
So to me, in saying
Not so
that,
crazy.
I'm not trying to start shit at all because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just saying what the things
Fair
I've
enough.
heard. Okay.
Right.
So when that came out, I was like, nothing new. But then I saw how people reacted. And then there was people like within the business, I think it was like Bischoff and somebody else who was like, that is not true. So I don't even know what's true. This was not the first time I've heard that. I remember I was told, yeah, we used to joke around in his song and be like, Vince's boy, he's just his boy toy, Vince's
Ooh.
boy. Like, that's what I've heard. So, like I said, when Brett said that, it made, and then I saw the backlash. I was like, okay, so and I don't know what to believe now because which one's right or which one's true. But I think people, so let's say it's true, just for conversation's sake. To me, Bret Hart is somebody who's saying things that not anyone else is saying. So that's why some of the stuff that he says can come off crazy or he's starting trouble or always talking shit. But I almost wonder if Bret Hart is like, I know all of this stuff and I'm so sick and tired of like everyone kissing these people's ass that like whatever. So I'm going to talk about this stuff. And so I don't feel like when people are like, "Oh, he's just this bitter, da 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 da." Da," and hey, maybe he is bitter, but when I see his stuff, I feel like he just knows because he's Bret Hart, people are gonna listen and give him some kind of validation and know that he knows what he's talking about. So he's gonna say it. And so to me, I'm like, because I don't know Bret Hart. Like, I've been in the same room as him many times, but I don't even think I've shaken his hand before, so I know nothing about him except his wrestling, right?
Hmm.
So, I just feel he's not this bitter talking shit guy. I think that his therapy and his way of releasing and trying to let go of stuff is he just has to say it. Now, who's to say if it's right or wrong? You know, because saying that Vince and Shawn Michaels were lovers, that doesn't really do anything except create whispers, right? So it's not really proactive. So I can see like it doesn't change anything. So I could see why that looks like a person trying to create trouble or drama or is this bitter, whatever. But I just feel because I've been there, it eats him up inside and he has to let people know. But because I've been there and I ain't no Bret Hart, but because I've been in that feeling of like, I just want to see because I'm like, it's almost like there's an injustice going on. So I want to be part of bringing justice together, but that never does anything except create more problems. That's what I've learned. It just creates more problems because when people especially when you have other people like a Bischoff and whoever else saying that he's not telling the truth or that's not true, then it creates that narrative that, oh, he must be crazy then. And I know that because I'm in the same boat. People call me crazy and they say that I'm this and that because I've said certain things. So I've always related to Bret Hart in that sense. But now I'm just like, what's the point? Like, F these people, dude. Just what's the point? Like, I don't know. Bret Hart,
How poisonous is the wrestling world still? We all know that the wrestling world has been pretty poisonous over the years. Is it changing at all?
I don't know. Because I'm over here hearing for the first time these things you're telling me, and like, the people that I still talk to that are in the wrestling business, it's weird because like half of them will be like, "Oh, it's so different now. Like it's not like how it was and like, this and that, and it's so great." And then the other half are like, "Nothing has changed. If anything, it's gotten worse." So maybe both are right. I think maybe it depends on who you are in wrestling, where you're at in your career, and how you handle business. I think that's what dictates your experience and how if it's going to be totally toxic and filled with negativity, or if you're someone that's going to be like the ones that say, no, it's different now, it's great, whatever. And when they say this to me, it's not like they're trying to work me, you know what I mean? Like, they're just, like, trying like, "No, like, it's good now, like, you'd be so surprised." And then I go, "Oh, great, this is awesome." And then I'll talk to somebody else, and they're like, "Are you kidding me? No, that's not great. This is
Right.
not how it is." So, it's kind of like goes back to, like, when you have people that have done shitty things to others, and then people come forward about it, and then there's other people that are like, "I just don't see how they can be that way because my experiences with them have always been this." It's not to both people can be right in this about the same person, but it's like different experiences, situations, circumstances, all of that. And I think that's with wrestling, kind of how it is same as it ever was, but at the same time, I don't know. Some people claim it's better. I don't know. I don't know.
Where do you see wrestling going to be 5 to 10 years from now? We're saying goodbye to John Cena. CM Punk is towards the end of his career.
Mhm.
Rumors are flying that Chris Jericho may come back for a final rendezvous. Where do you see pro wrestling going in the next 5 to 10 years if we're not going to have the new stars and we're dealing with the company line?
I don't know, man. And then I remember seeing something online about how they're gonna have writers that are AI writers. Is that right?
Oh no. How do you feel about AI? Let's just switch there real quick. I
Oh.
can't stand it. I have a huge problem with it. Mike doesn't. If Mike was here, he'd be like, "I love AI," and I see some of the positives of AI, but in
Mhm.
general, I feel like it's another Pandora's box. We should not be playing with that stuff.
Have we not seen Terminator? Like, have
Have we
we
not seen the
not
original Star Trek? They used to have these moral lessons with Shatner. Come on, guys, nobody paid attention.
1000%?
Oh my
Um,
god.
oh, what was that one machine's name? And it was taking over, I forget his name, but yes, dude, look, I
Well, it was
am
the
so
M5 or Nomad. It was one of the two.
the
I'm remembering the.
Nomad.
Yep.
Um, oh, what was the name? I used to always say the name randomly, but anyways, so, with AI, it's like as a model and a content creator, it's really annoying to me that people, like, are taking the soul out of creating because they're relying on
Right.
AI. Like, what? Like, no, like, there's even they try to recruit me for this site where it's your digital twin, and it's like you, but not. It's your AI you, and people can go and, like, have conversations with it.
Right.
This being like a OnlyFans with it, right? And I'm thinking to myself, excuse me, no, like, it's been, like, way over 15 years since I've shot topless or nude, right? I gave that up a long time ago. So, there's fans that I've had, some of them that are still with me, that they would pay top dollar for me to send them a topless photo. So if they went to this AI twin of mine and finally got that fix, even
Voila.
though they know it's not me,
Right.
that still feeds into their system this
Close
thing.
enough.
Exactly. Shelly won't give it to me, so I'll go to her AI
Oh
twin.
my god.
And then think about it. What if they're like, "Oh, do this, and that on me," and then it does it. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
illustration
Yeah.
of that, and it's like
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
N-O. The
yeah.
reason why I stopped shooting topless and nude, it was in my late 20s is when the last time I did one, was because I had a boyfriend at the time, and he was totally cool with it. Like, he was a, independent film director, like, it was no big deal, like, whatever. But I was like, I shoot really sexy content. I really want something that's private just for my man. So that's when I came up with the rule, no nips, no vag. I'll shoot in some very sexy stuff, barely there stuff, but no nips, no vag, because that's reserved for the person I'm with. And I've kept true to that. And now more than ever, being with Metal Jesus for almost 10 years, I'm really happy that he is the only one that's had access to those things. So if I did the AI twin thing, even though it's not really me, it feeds to that energy of people getting what they finally wanted but could never get. And then you have AI music being out there, and it's like, I'm such a music person, and I'm just like, why? I wanna hear stories why, even if it's a song with no lyrics and it's all just music, I wanna know what was the meaning by it. What made you write
Right.
all of that? What made you come with that's what I'm fascinated with. I love the story behind music and how it can pull you in because you relate to that energy or whatever. And so, AI, no. It's just I don't I and to me, the other aspect of it is laziness. And now everyone and their mom thinks they can do XYZ and they're little experts because their AI does it for them. And it's like, no. And to me, I'm old school. When you want to do something, you study it, you learn it, you figure it out, and then you do it and have experience and then you grow from there. It's like it helps you as a person to like develop all of that and then it adds to whatever it is that you're doing. AI is making you skip all these things and then goes back to the ego. People just want to put out there, oh, this and that, da, da, da. Well, how'd you do AI, AI? And I'm just so sick of it. And people are really going to regret it when AI effing takes over and they're done.
Yeah, AI has made me look fat, and I stopped doing topless because I was too hairy. But let's not get into that.
I understand. I
Yeah,
understand.
I'm
I'm
Greek.
Mexican, so I am a
Yeah,
little hairy too.
yeah. Oh. Yeah. See, well, we're gonna wrap up.
Monty and the Pharaoh proudly present Wrestling Remembered. Where are they now? Lee Cole III. Years after Lee's teeth were defeated by plaque, he successfully avenged this loss and bought his 100,000 viewers YouTube plaque to show who's the boss. He's milked his brother and Vince to death and now just reposts others' videos due to a lack of creativity. Paul Roma. After this former young stallion became the worst member of one of the greatest factions in wrestling, he seemed to disappear from wrestling radar. Unfortunately, he resurfaced with his own podcast, and just like during his wrestling career, no one is tuning in. Benny Scalia. Benny has been struggling for relevance since his devastating termination from the Monty and the Pharaoh channel. He continues to try to gain relevance and at this rate may crack 200 subs by the summer of 2027. The programming on his new channel is so bad that his own teeth choose not to make an appearance. Hannibal. After exhausting every effort to blame everyone else for his failed pro wrestling career, Hannibal finally found semi-success as a YouTuber. There he continues his low IQ interview and reporting style. I heard recently he got lost trying to go up the wrong side of an escalator and had to have medical intervention to find his way back. In his own monotone words, "These AI sidewalks don't work right." You've been watching Wrestling Remembered only on the Monty and the Pharaoh channel.
never found. Take a look around above the ground. There's no love out on the streets today. It's a mystery. Some say there's a better way. People love to talk to ease the pain. No way it's ever gonna solve a thing. Speak out, love to hear your voice. War and hate that seem to be the drugs of choice. Tell me what tomorrow brings. It's a mystery. Open your eyes to truly see that there's no more time left for you and me. Now such a mystery that we refuse to see. Look at our history. The cure is you and me. So now, gather up for war. Come on, the rich, the poor. Forget the love we never ever knew. Godspeed, here's a time late. Better grab what's yours, don't hesitate. Don't say you didn't really have a clue. It's a mystery. Open.
Couple things I want to cover, Jimmy.
Yeah.
500 level has now improved on the M&P code. Now go to MP30 for 30% off. Jimmy, I got to tell you something, right? I was at the beach again, 500 level. If you guys haven't looked at the shirts, right, go to the website. It's incredible. And I got to be honest, right? So it was a little chilly today. I brought the dogs to the beach. I was off work for the
was
Jewish
cold
holidays,
today.
right?
It's cold.
It wasn't cold,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I have from 500 level, I have a Roman Reigns sweatshirt. Now, usually sweatshirts are not always the nicest fabric, unless I'm into really nice fabric because I just don't like things up against my skin. So
Yeah.
usually I'll get thinner type of shirts, but this is a heavy sweatshirt. The fabric, unbelievable. And you're going to get a deal at 30% off, Jimmy. I mean, my God, it's a no-brainer, guys. I am telling you, once you get one shirt from them, you'll get 50. I
they're so
guarantee it.
comfortable.
And they've got
so
all the sports.
comfortable.
Yeah, dude, tell me what you think of it, Jimmy.
They're so comfortable. I got to get a long sleeve now. I'm telling you, I got to, because it was chilly today, especially for a guy who's been in Panama City Beach the last 2 years. It was chilly today, and I love the material. It's so silky. Is that the right word for it? I don't know.
No, absolutely, absolutely, dude.
It's so comfortable. So yeah, I got to get myself some leveled long sleeves. That's for sure. 30%.
And again,
off,
it doesn't. They got plenty of wrestling stuff. They got baseball stuff. They've got football. They got everything, dude. MMA. They got it all, man. And I'm telling you, it's very high quality. Again, 500 level code MP30, 30% off. So if a T-shirt costs you $20, what's 30% off on $20, dude?
It's enough. 10 plus another 20% tacked on top. Not much. It's a steal. It's a steal.
I agree. I want to remind everybody too, the Monty and the Pharaoh show, hit the QR code, be willing to check out our shows on YouTube, where we got almost 24,000 subscribers. Go to our Facebook page where we're approaching 27,000 subscribers. And again, if you feel like donating to the show, please go to the Monty and the Pharaoh webpage, hit donate. Helps us bring in more guests. Trying to entertain Jim. We've got the big event coming up, so a lot of good stuff happening right now.